It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the absolutely completely random podcast for Saturday, October 10th, 2020. I'm your host, Andrew Rhodes, as usual, here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. It's the podcast where I do every single week, and we basically talk about stuff that happened during the week that I find throughout the internet. So, what do I want to talk about this week? Well, believe it or not, a certain Minecraft character is going to be invading Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a DLC. Now, I'm sure you all know about this already because his announcement crashed Twitter. That's pretty huge. World Trigger's new season has got a new visual, and I thought for a minute there this thing was canceled or something, so I'm kind of happy about that. Digimon the Movie is now 20 years old, and wow, I kind of feel old now. I mean, I was 11 when I watched that for the first time. You know that Teletubby mystery-solving clue game that everybody's been going on about, Among Us? The Space Teletubbies? I'm sorry, somebody said that on YouTube, and it's stuck in my head now. But apparently it has a cheating problem. I kind of believe it. And Netflix. Oh, you want to become the next Nickelodeon, don't you? They have announced a Godzilla anime series with some awesome talent. That's to be determined and to be discovered. But still, I digress. All this and more, the usual fun and games this week on the podcast. But before we go any further, you know the song and dance. I do it every single week. I talk about it every single week, so here it is. If you're looking for oddities, weird stuff, amenities, hey, come swing by my eBay page, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. I have a wide variety of stuff up for sale on eBay. Trading cards, DVDs, action figures, toys, movies, video games, stuff like that. Come check it out. Stop by, say hi, I don't care. Remember, the holidays are coming. You could always use a nice gift for somebody, loved one or something like that. And, swing by while I still have my page. Who knows what might happen in the next coming weeks. But, so check that out. It's ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. Don't forget you can follow me over on Twitter at OtakuRhodes, over on Facebook on the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page, and you can always subscribe to the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel right here. The channel you're currently on right now. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. Make sure you set it to all and not personalized if you want to be notified of every single video that drops from yours truly. Because why wouldn't you want to be? I am really good YouTuber, I guess. But yeah, swing by, say hi. Subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. You never know. You might be the next great thing that happens on this channel. Or you might give a really cool idea for a video. I don't know. Stuff happens. Alright, so this is usually the part where I talk about how my week went. And if you haven't been following along on my YouTube channel or on Twitter or over on Facebook, you probably are a little bit out of the loop. So I want to say it was October 1st. I put a video out, kind of explained the situation that was kind of going on. Well, here's the gist of what happened since. So, the last Monday in September, my grandfather went into the hospital, and yesterday morning he passed away. Things weren't looking too good already on Tuesday. The doctors weren't sure if he was going to make it through the night. My mom stayed in there with him. I went to work Wednesday morning. I was basically by the phone most of Tuesday, just in case. And I even told this to my mom. It was driving me nuts Tuesday afternoon already because I kind of just felt like the minute the phone rang, I was going to jump out of my skin. So I went to work Wednesday just to try to put my mind out of it, and then nothing really happened overnight. My mom was in there. She came back quick Wednesday night to get a change of clothes, and Thursday she was in there with him. Then Wednesday night she was in there with him Thursday. I called off work on Friday because I just had this weird feeling. I'm like, if I go to work, something's gonna end up happening, and I didn't want to deal with that. And I'm like, you know what, screw it. I'll just call off. Better safe than sorry. And I'm kind of glad I did, because I got the call from my mom about 8:15 in the morning that he passed away. So, yeah, that's that's how I spent my Friday, basically. So, I mean, he was 91. They were saying already on Wednesday, if he lives to the weekend, it'll be a miracle. If he lives to Sunday, it'll be a miracle. They figured he was going to be dead already Tuesday night, because they took the catheter out of him. And in case anybody's wondering, the Foley was what they were calling a catheter. So they took that out of him on Tuesday, and he started bleeding really badly. And they're like, they didn't think he was going to make it through the night, and he made it at least 2 more days, and that was it. Friday morning, he passed away. My mom was by his side, along with my aunt, and yeah, that's the end of that chapter. So that's honestly the biggest thing that happened this week. What does this mean for like the future of the channel? I don't know yet. There's a lot of shit that's got to be taken care of. I already have some family that I think wants to start stuff, and they're trying to go about it the wrong way, or they're trying to blame other family members for starting it so that we pick fights with each other and start a civil war within our family, and I don't know what the hell's going on. But I do have some videos already pre-recorded. I'm going to be fixing them up, and I'm going to be putting them up this coming week. So you're going to get at least 2 more rant videos, and I think 1 discussion video. I might have one. I think I might have the audio for one queued up. Let me check. I actually have it on my thing here. I think I have the audio for 1 queued up. I'm not sure. Probably not, knowing my luck. No, yeah, okay, I have 1. I have 1, maybe 2. So I have like a couple left, but I don't know what's gonna happen after this coming week. The funeral's set for next Saturday, so I will still be hopefully doing a podcast next week. I might record it a day or 2 early. I don't know yet. I only have to work 1 day this coming week, so there is that. So I might try to record it Thursday. That way I'm completely, because I have to be up early Saturday for the funeral and everything else. So I probably will record on Thursday this coming week. I'll try to anyway. So there's that. But yeah, so that's that's how my week went, basically. But like we always do here on the podcast, if we could, let's have a moment of silence for my grandfather, who passed away at the age of 91 on the 9th. If we may, please have a moment of silence. Fare thee well. Alright, so Nintendo made a massive announcement. This would have been last week, but it literally just missed, because I couldn't find an article for it. It had literally just missed getting on the podcast, because I already had the topics picked out. And then it dropped, and I could not find a good link. Let me rephrase it. A reliable link out of the ones that I usually like to pull from. So I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. But no, it's up now. So Nintendo made a massive announcement. It broke Twitter. So Steve from Minecraft Steve, the guy that looks like, he could kick your ass in an alleyway and, take names. He is now going to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Holy shit. I mean, first off, that's amazing that Minecraft's actually getting the Smash Bros. Treatment. That's freaking cool. But yeah, this is just an interesting, altogether, this is interesting. So, the new additions, according to the eternally hardworking director, are going to include Steve, Alex, Zombie, and an Enderman. Sakurai's comments after the video's reveal, someone who has to deal with countless requests for characters from people who don't understand how much work goes into each one. So, I mean, yeah. Sorry if my voice sounds a little screwed up. I still have a bit of a cold yet. So, basically, a lot of people will request, like, hey, how come, and I mean, the main one is Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Hey, how come Sora's not in Smash Brothers? Or how come this character is in it? Why isn't this character? And the thing is that besides the fact that they have to like animate them for the game, they have to come up with powers and attacks for the game, they have to deal with the licensing, and they have to deal with the, I don't really want to say it this way, but they have to deal with the legality of it. So it's like you just can't put like characters A, B, and C in a game and not expect there to be ramifications if they're not part of, you know, D's company. So if A, B, and C are part of, like, let's say A's part of Z, B is part of T, and C is part of S, those companies are going to want a cut of the cheese that you're possibly going to be getting for those characters being in your game for your company. So it makes sense. And that's the main thing that a lot of people don't understand, is that that is the thing that will halt 90% of your, what I want to say, of your characters getting put into a game, is the fact that they still have to, in some way, shape, and form, they have to justify them being put in the game. Because you just can't up and say, hey, let me throw Sonic the Hedgehog in a Donkey Kong game. First off, Sega will have a bitch fit. Second off, Sega will just lose their shit and Donkey Kong will get sued out of existence. But it's just a suggestion. And that's the thing, is that nobody ever understands, oh, that's what goes into this. Yeah, that's what goes into like 90% of this, is that they have to get the legality out of the way. They have to get all the other stuff out of the way prior to them okaying the character. And that makes a lot of sense. But Minecraft Steve, though, holy shit. Jesus, I never imagined Minecraft ever going into Super Smash Brothers. And the video of this that I saw, first off, he's going to be OP. I mean, he's going to be registered OP and get nerfed, I almost think, within a week to a month after getting put into the game. Steve's going to end up getting nerfed. I can feel it. Because you have, I guess his ultimate move, or one of his moves, he can put up like a wall of blocks. And the one person that, I guess, the video that they had, somebody went off the side and tries jumping back onto the stage and gets stopped by the blocks. So Steve's liable to be registered OP and get nerfed. I want to say almost within a month. I would give like a best estimate of about a month, maybe, that he'll get nerfed. And then just like that, all of a sudden it's going to be like, oh, well, this was a waste of a DLC. Yeah, and that is probably what's going to happen. And that is your prerogative to suggest that and think, yeah, this is a waste of a DLC because now my character is completely worthless. And, you know, the character that was really good now is horrible because, oh, well, what the hell? They used to be really good. Or, well, that was a really powerful move and now it's completely worthless because, oh, well, yeah, it sucks now. But stuff like that happens. And in case you're wondering, I'm recording this in a different place because you hear like weird sounds. I'm recording this a little earlier than I usually do, and I'm recording it in a different spot than I usually do, so there is that. But, yeah, it's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. But the fact that we're getting Minecraft characters in Smash Brothers, I kind of want to say is a really good step, because then that could give us other characters down the road that you would never imagine. I mean, could you see Qbert being a Smash Brothers character? Qbert. Come on, that would be hilarious. Or, you know, pay Disney some money and get Wreck-It Ralph in there. Or, well, no, if they pay Disney, then they could get Sora. Never mind. So they'd have to kiss Square Enix's ass. And, well, let's just face it this way. Square Enix has their head so firmly up Disney's backside it isn't funny anymore. It's not. It's not. It's really not funny anymore how far Square Enix's head is up Disney's ass. At this point, I don't know whether to laugh or cry at it, but it's true. But either way, this is impressive news. But not only is this impressive, but the fact that Nintendo's announcement of this crashes Twitter. It literally broke Twitter. Twitter could not handle this. And I liked how the one person put a thing up. They're like, pandemic doesn't crash Twitter. Bunch of shit happening doesn't crash Twitter. Minecraft Steve gets announced for DLC for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Twitter can't handle that shit. And you see the memes coming out of the woodwork. You have the dog sitting around the fire having a cup of coffee. He's like, this is fine. You have, like, I think it was a SpongeBob one where, like, there's fire all over the place and he's running around. Multiple forms of him are running around. And they're panicking. There's, like, massive amount of memes that are just coming out instantaneously once Twitter's back up and running. It's like, this is why Twitter went down. Oh my God, this brought Twitter to its knees. And I do have to admit that is kind of hilarious, that this was the thing that brought Twitter to its knees. Not so much the, oh, here, let's, do this, or this. No, it's the fact that Minecraft Steve gets announced for DLC for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That brings Twitter to its knees. Twitter can't handle that. All of a sudden, it's like, we must bow to the greater power. Yeah, the greater power being Minecraft Steve, I guess. That's hilarious. But either way, it's still kind of cool that we're getting this character, that everything's going on with this. So, yeah, I mean, this is kind of exciting. Do I plan on buying Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Hell no. Nintendo is not getting any more of my money. I bought a Game Boy Advance. I bought an SP. I bought a crap ton of GBA cartridges over the years. I bought a crap ton of DS cartridges over the years after I bought a DS. I bought a GameCube. I bought GameCube games. I think Nintendo has gotten enough of my money over the years that I can safely walk away like a gambler that is basically broke off his ass walking out of the casino, holding his head up high. It's like, no, I went in, I played what I wanted to play, and I walked out of here. I may have gotten my room comped, I may have gotten, like, free dinners, but I'm leaving a winner. But yeah, Nintendo's gotten, like, enough of my money over the years. I'm not giving them another dime, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I don't plan on getting a Switch. I don't plan on buying a Switch just for this. But I do see this. It's ironic that this gets announced this year, besides the fact that you have Sony and Microsoft limping to the barn with their last-ditch effort to stay in the gaming community. Because, let's face it, Sony's royally screwed themselves with the PlayStation since the PS3. When they removed backwards compatibility, they started the downward decline, screwing themselves over. When Microsoft did the same thing with the Xbox, they're like, that was where they started screwing themselves. Upping the price, upping the game prices. The next gen game prices are going to be astronomical now, like $70 for a brand new game. And GameStop's firmly putting both their feet in the grave to go out of business. And they're banking on the next gen consoles being their saving grace. At $70 a fucking pop, you're going to be pulling your same bullshit again that they pulled all the other times of, well, no, we don't have it new, but no, we don't have it used, but if you buy this new copy, or they'll go, well, no, we don't have it new, but we have it used, and you can get the used copy for like $10 less, but then they can just charge you more on the long end. And that's sadly, I think, what's going to end up happening here. And it sucks because, once again, that means people are going to get screwed, people are going to get swindled, and it's the same concept with the PS4 and Xbox One all over again. Only in this case, it's now going to be worse. And it's like the game consoles are going to be the same prices. But Nintendo announcing Minecraft Steve, I think, is their way, because Nintendo isn't coming out with a new game console. The Switch is going to be their last and final console at this point. I think that's what their plan was. Like, look, we have the Switch. This is it. This is the epitome of our technology. We have nothing else. And if that's what it is, and so be it. That's what it's going to end up being. But at the same time, you also have to realize that while Nintendo doesn't have a new system coming out, they still have games that they're willing to put DLC for. So it's basically a matter of, do people want to pay the, almost $500 or $400 for a new game console and then $70 for brand new games? Or would you rather pay X amount here, which is probably going to be a hell of a lot cheaper, for some DLC for a game that's been out for at least a good year? Maybe more. That's the interesting question there. I think it's a little more than a year. Yeah, should be a little more than a year. But that's basically the general concept of question. Which would you rather do? Would you rather pay a crap ton of money? It'd be at least 2 years. Yeah, at least 2 years. Would you rather pay a crap ton of money for this game and DLC, or just for the DLC for it, or would you rather pay a large sum of money for a new console and a bunch of games? That's where the dilemma is going to be. But yeah, either way, this is big news, huge announcement. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how this will work. But all I can say is Smash Brothers players are going to be getting some Minecraft in their game soon. All right. Okay, so earlier in the year, we learned about World Trigger Season 2. Or their new, well, I shouldn't really say Season 2, but their new season. And I've been ecstatic ever since because, like, hey, look, this is really impressive, and I'm even waiting for it because World Trigger is actually one of my favorites. I liked it a lot. I binge watched it an entire fucking summer. I spent like every day binge watching it. It was one of my favorite series to watch. So when a new season was announced, my mouth was salivating. I was watering. I was getting a chubby. Oh my god! I was like a kid in a goddamn candy store, and the doors were locked, and it was a 3-day weekend. I was like, this is gonna be a good day. It's like a candy store's gonna be out of business by the time Tuesday morning rolls around. But oh, it's gonna be a good day. So we got a new visual. It's basically Yuma. He's standing alone. It's a really cool picture. I do like it a lot. But yeah. So, holy crap. This is really impressive. So, it's great. It's simple. It doesn't, it doesn't tell you much. It just keeps you salivated for what's coming. And you know what's coming. It's World Trigger. I mean, dear God, if you haven't seen the 70-some episodes that are out now, you obviously have no idea. And this is one of the few series that I'll even say you need to watch this subbed. This is not a series to watch dubbed. I have watched the dub, and oh dear God, the dub sucks. Oh my God. The dub is just so fucking horrible. It isn't funny. We still don't know, though, when the new season is set to air, which is sad, but in all honesty, with this year putting everything in a gigantic blender and hitting frappe half a dozen times, that's not surprising. But what we do know is that the staff is going to be a mix of old and new. The old screenwriter, Hiroyuki Yoshino, the aforementioned character designer, Kaya, and musical maestro Kenji Kawai, all of whom are World Trigger vets. However, the new on the scene, though, is going to be the director, Moro Hatano, and I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing your names, but Moro, or Morio here, is best known for the Future Trunks saga from Dragon Ball Super, so the Future Trunks arc. And that was a very good saga in Dragon Ball Super. I will not lie about that. It's actually one of my favorites because that's where we got the return of Vegito. We got Vegito Blue. We basically had them pulling out every single stop they could. And I really hate to say it, but that would be a good choice because that's, it's best known for that. Best known for the Future Trunks saga from Super. That's not a bad idea because what we're up to now, unless they're going to skew the script a bit, when we last left off on World Trigger, they were still participating in the, arena games, which is the thing that still pisses me off. And provided I'm able to do it, I do plan to review this at some point for the GBU, provided I'm able to do the GBU. I don't know. But one of the things that annoyed me was that it ended on a cliffhanger with them participating in this tournament to try to get, permission to join the away team to go on missions to the neighborhoods to try to get their captive friends and family members back. And what bothers me how it ended was that we kind of see the one villain that was left on our side, and the others were like, oh yeah, no, he's gonna be, your new ally because he was talking with so and so, and then they're going here and here, and then you see him walking off, and there's like an invasion happening because the other neighborhoods come to invade Earth, and they're participating in a tournament while everybody else is out fighting. We don't know what the hell's going on, what's going to happen, and that's how it ends on a damn cliffhanger. Whereas we could have avoided, in my opinion, honestly, we could have avoided the whole really stupid arc of the other neighborhood that kind of came to that one particular part of our world, and it was basically a love story between the one guy and the one, I guess it was like a fighter type of neighbor, and that was the whole arc, was them trying to escape together. And wow, yeah, I watched it, and I'm like, we went from really good to really trying too hard to, okay, this is decent again. But yeah, we could have avoided that whole little arc, and we could have padded out the story a little more. But then again, if I remember correctly in my reading and my researching this, the manga ended up cutting itself short a little bit because of the creators' health illnesses and hiatuses and stuff like that. So it does make sense. But either way, I liked it. It was a good series regardless. So how this would work out, though, is that, like I said, unless they skew the script, they're going to be traveling to the other neighborhoods. So you already have a director that has made a damn good arc when it comes to traveling to like dystopian, rundown, beat the hell worlds. And you're sending a small group of people in there that may not be able to survive, that they may not have the skills that they need to survive, and you're sending them basically into a blender, and you're hoping that they're going to come out all right. That, to me, honestly, is a good choice for this upcoming arc. So this is really cool. But just in case you have never seen World Trigger, because, I mean, it's on Tubi. Tubi is a free streaming thing. You can pull it up on there. Like I said, this is one you have to watch subbed. You cannot watch this dub. The dub is so goddamn awful. It isn't funny. But here's how Viz Media describes the manga. So, destroy thy neighbor. A gate to another dimension has burst open, and invincible monsters called neighbors invade Earth. Upstanding Osamu always does the right thing, whether it means pitching in to save the Earth after school or turning the other cheek to bullies. But when he meets a feisty humanoid neighbor named Yuma, everything that he thinks is right is turned on its head. Can the two natural enemies ever become friends? Well, first off, I think Viz needs to redo that plot synopsis, because they are friends. Not only are they friends, but Yuma would basically bend over backwards to save Osamu in a heartbeat. He actually wasn't pissed off at him when Replicant died, and he wasn't. And you figure now, if he would have been pissed off, and if they wouldn't be friends, he would have just, went after him like, it's your fault that he's gone. But no, he wasn't pissed off about it. So yeah, that's not they're not enemies. They're friends. Oh, they're friends. That like I said, Viz needs to redo that description a bit. But that gives you the general-ness of the series. But yeah, no, Viz needs to redo that. I would redo that, definitely. But either way, it's not a bad understanding of it. It's not a bad way to put it either. So, with all that, of course, you're going to have, when's it coming out? And that's what I want to know. When are we getting this new World Trigger season? When is this, officially going to be hitting the airwaves that I can watch this? Who the hell knows? At least we're getting, they're not putting us in production hell. They're not putting us in limbo. They're doing this on a slow basis. It's like, look, we'll put it up, we'll let you know. We'll put it up, we'll let you know. We'll put it up, we'll let you know. And it's not like they're just saying, okay, it's like, you're getting a new season and then nothing. And it's just like complete radio silence. No, they're at least being nice. They're saying, hey, we'll let you know when the new season's coming. They keep making sure that that the new season's coming. So they're doing it the right way. But like I said, Viz needs to redo that description. Viz Media needs to redo that fast. That's not even accurate. Because Osamu, upstanding, but the problem was when he first started out in the series, and by the way, big ass spoiler if you haven't seen it, it's been out for how many freaking years now. When he started out, he wasn't this type of person that I'll do, what's right. He knew where his place was because he was a low-ranked soldier. And it was only because of Yuma interfering that he ended up getting boosted up a bit, gaining attention from the higher-ups. And then because Yuma is a black trigger user, which is a massive thing in this, because if you have a black trigger, that basically means that you are, upper echelon in a way, because those things are extremely rare, because we find out the only way to get one is another person has to sacrifice themselves, and that's how you get the black trigger. That's how it becomes one. And to date, at least from what I remember watching, besides the one neighborhood that I can never pronounce their name, honest to God, I can't pronounce it for my life. I think it was like Affecticor or something, or Arifurticor or something. I don't know. But every single one of their main members were black trigger users. You have Yuma, you have Jin, and you have the one jackass from that crappy arc that I think we could have actually, not had and been better off. And that's it. Those are all the black trigger users that we know of. And truthfully, that's not a bad thing. But yeah, there are some limitations. Now, of course, Jin gave up his black trigger, which was a sword. He gave that up to, make sure that the organization that Yuma, Osamu, and him are part of don't go after Yuma for his. They're like, look, let him have his. You want this one? Take it. Do what you want with it. But leave him alone. Because he basically knows the power that the black trigger has, because the black trigger is more powerful than the regular ones. The regular ones only give like X amount of power, but if you have a black trigger, it's a lot more powerful. There's a lot less that can be done with it, and it's a little more freely usable. At least that's how my understanding of it is from me watching it. So, but either way, that is pretty interesting. Hopefully we'll get some more information, like a release date sometime soon. But, this is not a bad thing. And I do appreciate the new visual. They're at least keeping us informed, like, don't forget, this is, there is a new season coming to this. We are promising this. So while this is getting a new season, I still want to ask the question as I close this topic out. Where is The Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2? I want Season 2, damn it. Alright, so 20 years ago, I was 11 years old. The world was, I want to say, a little different than it is now. We didn't have to wear masks everywhere. I was younger. Cartoons were good. Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney didn't have their heads firmly up their ass. And, of course, I was front and center for one of the most epic battles in history. Pokemon versus Digimon. Which was the better show? Okay, so 20 years ago, the Digimon movie came out. The Saban Entertainment Fox Kids abomination that was released across theaters along with the Angel Anaconda short that was part of the goddamn runtime. And, yeah, first off, I will never forget that because that show has problems. But I don't care what, what's his name says, that show has problems. The Digimon movie was just a extremely edited mashup of 3 different Japanese short films from the Digimon franchise. My personal favorite was Our War Games, which came out in 2000. The 3 films were Digimon Adventure from 1999, Digimon Adventure Our War Game, and Digimon Adventure 02 Part 1, Digimon Hurricane Touchdown, and Part 2 Supreme Evolution, the Golden Digimentals, Digimentals. So, that was it. Those were 3 things. And basically, the one was, I think, like a 2-part special. So, Yeah, so there's that. But that's all it was. It was literally 3 short movies that they shoved together into one feature-length film, and then at the same time, just to stroke their own dicks, shoved Angela Anaconda right at the start of it, and actually made it part of the goddamn runtime. You can't skip it unless you purposely count up exactly how long it is and you fast forward, even on the DVD. I mean, if this thing would be up on a streaming service, you would have to put up with that. That is annoying. But Digimon the Movie... Okay, let me rephrase this. Digimon the Movie isn't entirely bad. Yes, okay, the first part of it sucks ass. Oh my god, does that suck. It's basically introducing us to Tai and Kari, and we learn about the event that transpired when they were younger that was alluded to. I want to emphasize this. In Digimon Adventure 02, nearing the end of it. Not the start of it, near the end of it, it was alluded, damn it. So yeah, that was it. It was alluded. Oh god. So, you get young Tai and his sister Kari. That was the first part. And it's basically, like I said, Kari discovers a Digi-Egg on the computer. It hatches into Agumon. It fights off Parrotmon and evolves into Greymon and then disappears, creating a massive explosion, which was the center of focus for how the Digidestined became the Digidestined. At least the 8 that we knew of from Digimon Adventure 01. Now, my favorite part of this movie, Digimon Adventure R War Game. That's basically where Tai, in an attempt to try to get, back on Sora's good side, sends her an email explaining, hey, I didn't mean to vomit in your hat and not tell you about it before you put it on, and yeah, he's an idiot. But basically, Izzy discovers a computer virus on the internet that comes from a Digi-Egg, courtesy of some kid in America by the name of Willis. At least that's how it goes in this movie. Now, I have not seen Our War Games, the Japanese one, or Our War Game, it's actually how it's called. But I do like that part of the Digimon movie. So I'm assuming that the original one would probably be a lot better, in my opinion. It's probably just as good. But that's basically that. It cuts to 4 years later, though, and like I was saying about how they have to defeat it's Diaboromon. And one of the good things I want to say from this is that if you've ever seen the other short film that came out, and I know Disney XD, or I think it was Jetix at the time. I think it was when they were still Jetix. Had it up. It was Revenge of Diaboromon. It was a movie that came out. I think it was Jetix at the time, because I remember it came out the year I had my ear infection, which should have been when I was in 10th grade. And we got to see that, and that was really cool. I got to on TV. It was really cool. But basically, Diaboromon returns, evolves into Armageddonmon, and basically beats the ever-loving crap out of Omnimon. And you figure Omnimon owned Diaboromon's ass in the first movie. After Izzy came up with the idea of, oh, here, let me shove this computer virus into him, and boom, that solves it. No, that's when Omnimon just ruled. I mean, Omnimon was, god tier Digimon at that point. But Revenge of Diaboromon brought us Imperial Dramon Palladian mode, which, let's face it, that was way cool. But yeah, so each one of these clocked in at 20, 40, and 60 minutes respectively, each of those 3 original animated short films. I could easily see how the first one is a good 20 minutes, and I could see how the second one's a good 40 minutes, because like I said, I like the second one a lot more. Digimon Adventure 02, in all honesty, I hated that part of the movie, and I can give you about 6 reasons why. Digimon Adventure 02 is fine in its own standing. The fact that we have TK and Kari kind of on a date overseas and rubbing it into people's faces like, look, these 2 characters are going to get together. Yeah, no fucking shit. I think we figured that out a long time ago, that those 2 are probably going to be bumping uglies, and Matt and Tai were going to become siblings. Not something we needed to figure out in the long run. I mean, I was pretty much painted for us when each of their partner Digimon evolves into, one of the 2 angel types. You have, Patamon evolves into, Anjumon, and Gautomon evolves into Anjuwomon. Yeah, we kind of have that figured out, that these two are meant to be together. We got that. But this was also the first time we ever saw, at least prior to Digimon Adventure 02's episodes with Chimeramon, the first appearance of the golden, Digi-Eggs. And that was what brought us Rapidmon, with Terriermon, digivolving into Rapidmon, and Vmon digivolving into Magnamon. Magnamon is one of my favorites, by the way. But what I didn't like about this one, going into, like, I think I'm up to, like, part now 4 or something, you have the Mega Evolutions for Patamon and Gautomon. And for starters, we never had those in the series. Why throw them into a movie? That was bullshit. They're like, we need to evolve into our Mega, we need to digivolve into our Mega forms to release the power of the Golden Digi-Eggs. They don't explain anything. How do you have the Golden Digi-Eggs? How are they in your Mega forms that you have them? Which one has what? And why the fuck didn't you just do this earlier and just give Magnamon the power to... No. A second thought, forget it. None of that makes any fucking sense anymore. And that's how I felt looking at that part. Even as a kid, I was like, man, this sucks. I was like, I really liked the whole Omnimon taking on Diaboromon. I thought that was really cool. I did not like the last part of the movie. I honestly, at that point, I'm like, okay, they were just basically stroking it. It's like, look at what we can do yet with Digimon, and look what's coming up. Because if they would have did this, and I don't remember, I honestly do not remember the Magnamon episode coming out before this, and I could probably actually pull that up, but I don't remember that actually coming out prior to this, but I can double check. There was the whole, who the fuck is Magnamon? And I even didn't know who Magnamon was. And it's like, I didn't even know who Magnamon was, and I'm like, who the hell is Magnamon? What the hell is Magnamon? The golden Digi-Egg? What the hell is this bullshit? None of it made any goddamn sense. So, okay, here we go. English air dates. Okay, so the very first episode of Digimon Adventure 02, which would have been the second installment, the English air date was August 19th of the year 2000. Now, Digimon the Movie, which I'm gonna honestly hate looking this up too, knowing my luck. Let's open up a new let's open up a new tab here and see if I can't find it. But yeah, okay, come on. There you go. Digimon the Movie. Okay, so Digimon the Movie came out on October, what was it here? Yeah, okay, the release date was October 6th of the year 2000. So, Digimon Adventure 02, the first episode, so up to October... Okay, we would have gotten up to episode 10. The captive Digimon, the enemy is Metal Greymon. That was when Ken created the Dark Spiral to control Ultimate Level Digimon. Wormmon started having his, I really don't like what Ken's doing here. He freed Agumon. Ken becomes furious, goes after Agumon, and basically captures him, uses a new Dark Spiral on him, and Dark Digivolves his ass into a virus version of Metal Greymon and attacks the Digidestined. That is literally the last episode that would have aired before Digimon the Movie came out in theaters. So, there is no way in hell, and I do mean this, no way in hell that you would have gotten to know who the fuck Magnamon was. Because Magnamon would have came out long after that. Because, let's see here. Chimeramon was when Ken finally came to his goddamn senses. Let's see. When enemy return. Okay, so we have Chimeramon here. Okay, so yeah, okay. Transcendent Evolution Gold Magnamon. Okay. Chimeramon defeats the Digidestined, but Ken can no longer control him. Fearing for Ken, Wormmon leads Davis and Vmon to the power source of the base, the Digi-Egg of Miracles. Davis uses the Digi-Egg of Miracles, the Golden Armor Digivolve Vmon into Magnamon. It premiered in the US on November 18th of the year 2000. So there is no way we would have known who Magnamon was. And here you have Magnamon and Rapidmon. And Rapidmon was a character that didn't even exist yet in Digimon Adventure 02, because the first time we ever saw, Terriermon was in, Digimon Tamers. Or basically the third Digimon series that we got. That honestly was the only time we ever saw Terriermon. And that's because his partner was Henry. That was it. That was the first time. So we never knew who the hell this was. So there was a good almost month-long wait until we found out who the fuck Magnamon was. And still none of that answered any questions as to how in the hell this happened. But that would have just been the debut of it. But since it was a 2-part episode and it both came out on the same day, ironically in the US. Oh, no, sorry. It was part of a 3-episode streak, because there was 3. You had 19, 20, and 21 all came out on the same day, which would have been November 18th. So there was a 3-episode go there. So let's see here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's at least 7 weeks, because there was 2 twofers. November 4th and November 11th were both twofer episodes. The 18th was a 3-episode one, and then December 2nd was a twofer as well as the 9th, and then got into like February, and then they just started pumping out 2 episodes a week because I think they knew they pissed off too many people. Yeah, that's not a good day. No, not good at all, and none of it made any goddamn sense. Now, like I said, I would have understood this if we would have known who in the hell Magnamon was. But Magnamon didn't even come into existence until a good 7 weeks after this movie debuted. Which would have made a lot more sense. But yeah, so it's 20 years old now. Oh boy, it's 20 years old. Wow. It had a really good soundtrack. You had All Star by Smash Mouth, The Impression That I Get by the Mighty Boss Tones, 1 Week by the Bare Naked Ladies, All My Best Friends Are Metalheads by Less Than a Joke, and then you had, It's Getting Digital. There's a lot of good music in this one. Then you had the Digi Rap, which, no way in hell. No. And you had Kids in America. That was pretty cool. But yeah, no. But this was just like that weird little, this is a movie that honestly I think Fox should have taken a second look at and went, okay, yeah, no, we screwed up. And I think it was mostly the fact that they literally tied that thing in with Angela Anaconda. They shoved that in first. That's where they kind of screwed themselves to the wall. And just for record, I pulled up the Our War Game part of it, because that is my favorite, and pull up the plot synopsis. It's literally it's literally basically what they did. They just kind of like probably cut out some little filler parts here and there, but that's about it. Otherwise, yeah, it's basically the same. But I mean, Jesus, you screwed over the Digimon movie so well, and then the third part making no damn sense at all, because it's 3 movies that were thrown together. If you would have just had the first 2 parts, that would have been fine. But the fact that you threw in Adventure 02, I think that's what kind of pissed off a lot of people, and why it kind of made it seem like an overall mess. The first 2 parts would have been fine. If you would have just had that be the movie and stretched them out a little more, that would have been a better idea. Now, there are some people that do like the movie. I myself kind of liked it, but like I said, I like the Our War Game part of the movie. I did not like the whole, oh, here's Magnamon and Rapidmon, because they didn't do anything in the damn movie. Even, the Digimon Adventure 02 Tamers, Davis, Yoli, and Cody, they did absolutely, positively nothing. They brought nothing to the table. We saw Flame Dramon for like maybe, I'd say like maybe 5 minutes. We saw Raydramon as they were taking him to go to Willis's place. We saw Terriermon digivolve into Gargomon. The only one that digivolves that doesn't use a goddamn digi-egg. And, of course, no explanation as to how the whole let's use the digi-eggs here in the real world works. Because I guess that would just been way too damn easy for them to go, oh, yeah, we need a MacGuffin for this. The digi-eggs can work here in the real world. Okay, that works for us. Yeah, none of that made any damn sense. And even 20 years later, it still doesn't. But then again, I'm still pissed off that you had to shove Angela Anaconda down our throats first. That was honestly, to me, the most atrocious thing they could have done. But, yeah. So 20 years later, it's still a mess. But in all honesty, it's a well-remembered mess. Because I'm going to remember it for another 20 years, I guarantee you. Yeah. But, hey, happy 20th anniversary to Digimon the Movie. Yeah, because we all remember why that was made in the first place. It was just to compete with Pokemon, and it didn't win. I mean, when Digimon, what the hell was it, Data Squad, pretty much doomed your ass, and that was your hopeful comeback, and then you had Digimon Fusion that Nickelodeon killed, yeah, you didn't have a chance in hell. No chance in hell. Oh, I gotta love this. So, if you have not gotten a chance to watch anybody on YouTube play the Space Teletubby game known as Among Us, I'm sorry, like I said, somebody said that on YouTube, and it has been stuck in my mind ever since, because now I cannot unsee this. They are literally Space Teletubbies. I can't unsee this now. So, if you have yet to watch any YouTuber play Space Teletubbies, this is kind of a fun game. It's basically what I'd like to call a version of Clue meets Sorry meets, trying to piss off your friends, I guess. So, the Kotaku.com article, which is kind of funny, the past few years have made us all pretty numb to the depths of human depravity. A large swathes of people still remain shocked that anyone would dare cheat at a party game. No, I believe that. First, it was Fall Guys, and you had, like, the speed hackers, and you had the people that were cheating. You could find them with ease. Oh my god, banish their asses to Cheater Island. That was the perfect punishment, and they screwed that up. But now it's the even less win-lose focused game called Among Us. You do maintenance on a spaceship or a research facility, or I forget what the third map is. I've seen people play it. Basically, you can have up to like 10 players. Up to 2 will basically be dead set to kill you and sabotage the rest of the crew. And it's up to you to figure out which one of the crewmates is the saboteur and the imposter and which ones aren't. And now, if you've ever watched Disguised Toast, which, by the way, he has now been, by some YouTubers, acclaimed as God tier status in this game, and I fucking believe that because I've watched his videos. I mean, Jesus Christ, if you ever play against this guy, you better be bringing your Sherlock Holmes level of intellect, because he's going to school your ass fast. I mean, hell, even Jacksepticeye can barely handle him, and those two sometimes think on the same wavelength. Even Sykkuno can barely handle him, and those two are sometimes, again, on the same wavelength. So that tells you something. But the fact that you have people cheating in this game really worries me. I mean, come on. It's Space Teletubbies. They're supposed to be fun, cute, and adorable. And you find unique ways to kill your friends and blame it on everybody else. That's always the fun part. But I like how they put in the article here, despite this, some players are breaking the rules, like children lifting the blindfold while taking a swing in the birthday party piñata. Oh, I love that. Yeah, so basically, there's a subreddit for Among Us. If you peruse that, or search the game on Twitter, you'll stumble across a host of cheating complaints. They tend to take the form of some people cheat by covertly communicating with other players who are actually their friends, and relaying information about who's an imposter and who's not. Well, yeah, they're live streaming. I can see that. So, there is that. even if they're not on the same team or have died and shouldn't be communicating with anybody anymore. Well, there's a simple way to do that. Well, if you die, you cut off the ability for them to communicate at all. Like no messages, no nothing. If you're in the game, you're stuck there. The big ass screen that says you're dead. You can't do anything else. Just to purposely screw people. There's a simple way to solve that problem. It really is. Others just straight up hack the game. Oh boy. So that they can basically say, kill everybody instantly and see who's an imposter, or employ old standbys like cheats that make them go incredibly needlessly fast. Yeah, look, these space Teletubbies don't move that fast. I can pretty much understand that, but you do have to realize there's also the main thing with them moving quickly and not is the amount of lag and the ping. Because if you've ever watched some of the YouTubers play this, they always have what the ping is currently up in the corner or somewhere on the thing. It's like, ping is like 55 ms, milliseconds per or something like that. They'll always, or milliseconds per second or something. They will always have that. So, yeah, there's probably just like a lag on there, and it may seem like they're moving really fast, but they're actually not. So there's that. But this is basically, there's cheating either way going on. But now Among Us is a game that a lot of people play with their friends. They don't want players swapping secrets over Discord. Yeah, no shit. I wouldn't either. Boot your friends who are assholes, but not everybody has enough game-liking friends to fill a lobby. So they go online, and that's where things have gotten especially dicey due to the aforementioned hackers. Among Us development studio Inner Sloth now finds itself in an even more impossible situation than Fall Guys developers Metatronic, which has also been forced to fend off hackers after a not entirely expected popularity bloom. Yeah, no shit. You have a game you put out online. Here's a newsflash for you, geniuses. In the era of social media, if you put something out online, it gets picked up by a gaming YouTuber or a gaming person on Twitch, and they play this game, and they have a massive following, that game's going to get played. It's going to get popular. And then you're going to be making money hand over fist, more so than you ever made before in your life. You will be able to write a check and take a piss on somebody's front lawn and basically give them a check to say, hey, not a problem, here, let me pay for the damage I did to your azaleas. Or you take a crap on somebody's front porch and go, here, let me buy you a whole new porch. That's the type of money you're going to be making if a YouTuber or a Twitch person that plays this, that has a massive following, suddenly plays your goddamn game. That happens. So you saying, oh my god, I wasn't expecting this, that's bullshit. You were expecting it. I mean, Jesus Christ, it happens. But Metatronic, though, they at least had, as fairly large as an independent developers go, and always seemed intent on making some kind of splash with its game. Inner Sloth is made up of 3 people. And its first game came out back in 2018, only to blow up due to a series of sudden, entirely unplanned chain reactions on Twitch back in July and August of this year. The company had actually wrapped development on Among Us before it became the quarantine, feel alive, if only for a few fleeting moments, game du jour, and planned to do Among Us 2. But as I talked about, I think that was last week, or the week before, they're scrapping Among Us 2 to kind of put more focus back on the first Among Us because, hey, this thing's blown up. We got to put more focus on this. And yeah, there's like a few dozen things I can give you ideas for this, just watching the YouTubers play. Hell, you want some good ideas, literally watch the gamers. You can find at least half a dozen of them. You YouTube Among Us, you'll find at least half a dozen people playing it, and you can kind of get some ideas like, okay, we could easily fix that. Yeah, we could change that up a little bit. You don't really even have to ask them for advice. Just literally watch their videos and see what they do and go, yeah, we can, yeah, oh yeah, we can change that, oh yeah, not a problem. So, in reaction to its sudden popularity, it scrapped Among Us 2 for more tinkering and going under the hood again in Among Us 1. The game peaks at well over 300,000 concurrent players on stream every day, making it the PC gaming platform's 3rd most popular game. It's also the top free app on Apple's App Store and the top game on Google Play's trending list. And yes, I have actually seen this on the Google Play trending list. I actually thought about downloading it, but I just haven't actually gotten around to doing it, but I did think about it. A major reason, though, why Innersloth wanted to move on in the first place, however, is that as programmers and business-led Forrest Willard told Kotaku in an interview, apparently, the game was already in a place where it was really difficult to make a change that doesn't break the game or cause bugs or something like that. Well, as an old teacher of mine used to say, there's no such thing as done. What you consider done may not be done to somebody else. No, I'm not even joking. I had my one teacher when I was in tech school said that to me when I made a website, and I thought I pretty much had it done. I couldn't think of anything else I needed to do to it, and it's basically, oh, no, you think it's done, that doesn't mean it's done. Just because you think it's done doesn't mean it's done to somebody else. But despite that, though, Innersloth is trying. In a Discord direct message, Willard told Kotaku that the team is going to do its best to put out a number of fires, this one included. We're rushing to get an account system in place so we can have better moderation and reporting systems built around that, Willard wrote. Also, getting help with making the servers better at detecting and blocking hacks, and investigating client-side hack prevention as well. I'm sort of scrambling to get all the right people in place, but I'm attacking it from multiple angles so it can get better in many ways, hopefully all at once. So basically, imagine it as like a massive fire in a house, and they're basically, instead of just taking on one side of it, trying to hope that they're just going to knock out just that one part, they're kind of hitting it all over the place, trying to like completely take it down. And I understand that. However, though, these things are going to take time. Willard and the company are rushing to make it happen as quickly as they can. But the question is whether or not players will have the patience to stick around in the meantime. Oh, look, they've been playing Fall Guys, and you've had the speed hackers, you've had the people cheating in that game. I think they can stick with it. Just boot their asses out. If they're like, oh, gee, how come you're moving faster? Well, and all of a sudden they go, hey, I know exactly who the, imposter is. Oh, how do you know that? Oh, because so-and-so told me. Yeah, just boot their fucking asses out. Come on. This is literally, you're supposed to use your skills. It's basically, you want to be like a detective. Well, bring your Sherlock Holmes skills to the table and try your damnedest to beat them. If somebody's cheating, figure out who's cheating and basically bust their ass and throw them out the airlock. And if it causes you to lose, just go, hey, if you wouldn't have cheated, we wouldn't have lost. That'll discourage them. Or basically have it that, hey, if they cheat, instant, loss. But I don't really see this being I really want to say, massive issue that players are going to, ditch them or something. There are a lot of players that just play in closed communities. And I think if a lot of people decide to do that, it's like, hey, get to know a bunch of people and say, hey, anybody want to play Among Us today? And then just kind of go with that one section of people, that one group of people, just go, okay, we're going to play Among Us today, and then that's it. You can basically go with that. But like I said, the question, though, is whether or not people are going to have the patience to stick around. But for now, though, Among Us remains a sensation. But on the great list of reasons we can't have nice things, ranked cheaters are near the top, alongside capitalism and people who make podcasts about Elon Musk. Yeah, I think Kotaku's reaching for something, but I don't know what. So here's hoping they don't take this nice thing from everybody, too. And yeah, I mean, one bad apple will ruin the whole bunch. I'm really hoping that this doesn't screw the game, because I like watching a lot of these on YouTube. I enjoy watching, I really do. I enjoy watching, I want to say, Disguised Toast playing it. I like watching MySkirm play it. I love watching Lord Minion 777 play it. I think these are kind of funny, watching them basically flip the fuck out on each other. Over, it's like, okay, how come I saw? It's like, how come I saw you vent out of the room? Okay, well, how come you're the only one that's in there and there's a dead body? Yeah, this is basically a whodunit, but with a lot more on the line, and I do appreciate that. But it is a good game, and I really hope it does get a chance to survive a little longer, minus the cheating. But then again, every game's going to have cheaters. I mean, hell, you could have somebody play tic-tac-toe, you're still going to have somebody that's going to cheat. You have cheaters in everything. They always exist, and they always will. We just have to figure out a way to stop them. And if the developers can't do it quickly enough, which you figure they're doing it as fast as they can, it's a small company to begin with, the players can easily find a way to hold them back at bay for a little bit and buy the developers some time. All you got to do is ask them. I mean, they're playing your game. They'll know how to help. There's an idea. All right, so this is I don't know whether to consider this a good thing or a bad thing. I'm kind of leaning towards a bad thing. I really am. Netflix has announced a Godzilla anime series with some awesome talent. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Godzilla. Okay, I do. Godzilla is a damn good movie franchise. It is a damn beautiful thing from Japan. However, and I want to stress this part, there have already been 2 animated Godzilla series. And now, the one was a cartoon. I think they both were. There was a Godzilla one when I was like in elementary school that aired on Cartoon Network. And it was basically like this family that lived on a boat, and they summoned Godzilla with this little button that basically put out a sound like boo-doo-doo-doo-doo, something like that. And it would summon Godzilla from the ocean. Literally. And they would use Godzilla to stop natural disasters or giant enemies that would be attacking the city. And that was their entire shtick. That was their deal. Then you had a Godzilla animated series that I believe was on Fox. I think it was on Fox Kids. Right after the 1998 movie came out starring Matthew Broderick. And this thing was a complete and total screw you middle finger. That was a train wreck. And then it went silent for the longest time. I don't remember there ever being another Godzilla thing. But yeah, okay. We have this. Now, there was an animated film. But Netflix announced further plans for one of the most famous kaiju of all time with the reveal of a new Godzilla anime series titled Godzilla Singular Point, featuring a brand new cast and an original story. The Bones, My Hero Academia, and Orange, Beastars, Land of the Lustrous, production is set for a global premiere on Netflix in 2021. Oh, God. The Godzilla anime series is already boasting some top-tier talent, including director Atsushi Takahashi from Digimon the Movie 2017, Great Adventure in the Antarctic, composer Ken Sawada from Doraemon movies, editor and writer Toho Enjo, sci-fi novelist, character designer Kazui Kato, creator of Blue Exorcist, and kaiju designer Eiji Yamamori, known for work on Studio Ghibli films like Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, and The Wind Rises. I'm all right. Let me take a damn good look at this list again here. So you have the production company. You basically have 2 different people. So Bones and Orange are doing the production, but you have the director is from the Doraemon movie from 2017, The Great Adventure in the Antarctic, and the composer is from the Doraemon movies. Then you have a sci-fi novelist doing the editor and writer duties, and a character designer from Blue Exorcist. I'm sorry, the creator of Blue Exorcist is your character designer. And the kaiju designer is best known for work on Studio Ghibli films, like Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, and The Wind Rises. Okay, Spirited Away did not have kaiju-like creatures. At best, you had the spider that worked in the furnace. You had, I want to say, Haku, the dragon, and the bird form of, Ubaba. That's about it. That's all I remember monster-wise in this movie, other than maybe the other spirits. Or the river spirit. What the hell? Princess Mononoke and the Wind no, Princess Mononoke, I could definitely see that. The Wind Rises, no. Spirited Away, no. Princess Mononoke, yeah, I could kind of see that. So that's your kaiju designer, and look, I don't care. I really don't care how you're basically toting this thing. I just want to say this. No. No. And no. But they do have the sample of Kaito's character designs. And you do have a picture of Yamamori's Godzilla-like design here in the article. And, no. Look, I don't mean to be a harsh critic here. In fact, I don't even want to be a critic. I just want to come right out and say this. Your Godzilla looks like a cross between... It almost looks like Bigfoot fucked the lizard. And Godzilla's the offspring. There's more hair on Godzilla than there is scales. Godzilla is not hairy. Godzilla is a lizard. Okay? It is a mutated radioactive lizard. This thing has hair on it. Godzilla is not hairy. That's issue 1. Character-wise, character designs actually do look pretty good, if not a little creepy on some of the characters, but that could be what they're going for. In which case, that's fine. You know, to each their own, but yeah, no. As far as the Godzilla design, no. No, 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 no. 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 No, that honestly, he's too hairy. Godzilla is not hairy. He almost looks like a wolf that's like crossed with a snake or a massive man-eating plant. No. No, I'm sorry, no. No. Take that one back to formula, please, and try again. A little less hair this time. A little less scaling on the back of the damn head. I mean, Godzilla doesn't have massively huge scales on the back of the head. I mean, you have like the little spikes that come up, but these things are like massively pointing out as they keep going down. Like, no, that's not right either. And you're looking at this like, okay, I would honestly take a look at the original Godzilla design and the evolutions that it's made and pick something like a mismatch. Take this from here, this from here, this from here, and combine them together for your idea. This is disturbing in many freaking ways. That's just wrong. But, oh god, no. The characters, like I said, look fine for the most part, but no. Oh my god, no. No, 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 no. No. Yeah, no. No. Not, you know, not happening. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said, you have the thing. But, I mean, you could easily go back in. There's an article here in Otaku USA back in October of 2018. I'm almost sure it's 2018. It could be 2016. I don't know. No, I think that is an 8. Yeah, it should be an 8. When Godzilla was recognized by NASA as a constellation. And you can see that Godzilla is not completely hairy. That the spikes do not go up to the top of the head. That thing looks like a freaking dinosaur. Like a pissed off T-Rex. No. I mean, you made it look like a megalodon. No. It's not what Godzilla looks like. That was a mistake the 1999 or 1998 movie made. Don't make that same mistake. No, Godzilla does not need to look like that. Please, please. I mean, this is making me live for the days when the decent animated series were on, like Cartoon Network and Fox. Don't make me want those back. Please, I hated those. Even as a kid. Okay, alright, well, as a kid, I thought they were kind of cool. At least the Cartoon Network one was. But then when I started actually getting into the Godzilla movies, I'm like, yeah, that was kind of stupid. I mean, he basically became that little family's wrecking ball. Every time something stood in their way, I'll call Godzilla. And they just push the button and Godzilla comes to their beck and call. What power does that button have over Godzilla? Why doesn't he just smash their boat with his tail and call it a goddamn day? So I would have fucking done. But please, oh my god, take that Godzilla back to formula. You don't fuck up a freaking franchise with Godzilla. You're basically trying to pull what the 1998 movie did and what the Bryan Cranston movie did, and both of those screwed Godzilla to the wall. Please, Godzilla has suffered enough, okay? You know, Godzilla is one of those monsters that you can only stick the screwdriver up its ass so many times before it's going to turn around and neutron blast your ass. There's nothing, it's not going to take it anymore. Please, just take it back to formula, try again. I, a fan of Godzilla, am begging you to take it back to formula and try again. Please. Just, please. Alright, so this is... I don't know whether to consider this a good thing or a bad thing. I'm kind of leaning towards a bad thing. I really am. Netflix has announced a Godzilla anime series with some awesome talent. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Godzilla. Okay, I do. Godzilla is a damn good movie franchise. It is a damn beautiful thing from Japan. However, and I want to stress this part, there have already been 2 animated Godzilla series. And now, the one was a cartoon. I think they both were. There was a Godzilla one when I was like in elementary school that aired on Cartoon Network. And it was basically like this family that lived on a boat, and they summoned Godzilla with this little button that basically put out a sound like boo doo 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 doo, something like that. And it would summon Godzilla from the ocean. Literally. And they would use Godzilla to stop natural disasters or giant enemies that would be attacking the city. And that was their entire shtick. That was their deal. Then you had a Godzilla animated series that I believe was on Fox. I think it was on Fox Kids. Right after the 1998 movie came out starring Matthew Broderick. And this thing was a complete and total screw you middle finger. That was a train wreck. And then it went silent for the longest time. I don't remember there ever being another Godzilla thing. But yeah, okay. We have this. Now, there was an animated film. But Netflix announced further plans for one of the most famous kaiju of all time with the reveal of a new Godzilla anime series titled Godzilla Singular Point, featuring a brand new cast and an original story. The Bones, My Hero Academia, and Orange, Beastars, Land of the Lustrous, production is set for a global premiere on Netflix in 2021. Oh, God. The Godzilla anime series is already boasting some top-tier talent, including director Atsushi Takahashi from Digimon the Movie 2017, Great Adventure in the Antarctic, composer Ken Sawada from Doraemon movies, editor and writer Toho Enjo, sci-fi novelist, character designer Kazui Kato, creator of Blue Exorcist, and kaiju designer Eiji Yamamori, known for work on Studio Ghibli films like Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, and The Wind Rises. I'm all right. Let me take a damn good look at this list again here. So you have the production company. You basically have 2 different people. So Bones and Orange are doing the production, but you have the director is from the Doraemon movie from 2017, The Great Adventure in the Antarctic, and the composer is from the Doraemon movies. Then you have a sci-fi novelist doing the editor and writer duties, and a character designer from Blue Exorcist. The creator of Blue Exorcist is your character designer. And the kaiju designer is best known for work on Studio Ghibli films, like Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, and The Wind Rises. Okay, Spirited Away did not have kaiju-like creatures. At best, you had the spider that worked in the furnace. You had I want to say Haku, the dragon, and the bird form of, Ubaba. That's about it. That's all I remember monster-wise in this fucking movie, other than maybe the other spirits. Or the river spirit. What the hell? Princess Mononoke and the Wind Princess Mononoke, I could definitely see that. The Wind Rises, no. Spirited Away, no. Princess Mononoke, yeah, I could kind of see that. So, that's your kaiju designer. And, look, I don't care. I really don't care how you're basically toting this thing. I just want to say this. No. No. And, no. But they do have the sample of Kaito's character designs. And you do have a picture of Yamamori's Godzilla-like design here in the article. And, no. Look, I don't mean to be a harsh critic here. In fact, I don't even want to be a critic. I just want to come right out and say this. Your Godzilla looks like a cross between... It almost looks like Bigfoot fucked a lizard. And Godzilla's the offspring. There's more hair on Godzilla than there is scales. Godzilla is not hairy. Godzilla is a lizard. Okay? It is a mutated radioactive lizard. This thing has hair on it. Godzilla is not hairy. That's issue 1. Character-wise, character designs actually do look pretty good, if not a little creepy on some of the characters, but that could be what they're going for. In which case, that's fine. To each their own, but yeah, no. As far as the Godzilla design, no. No, 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 no. 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 No, that honestly, he's too hairy. Godzilla is not hairy. He almost looks like a wolf. That's like crossed with a snake or a massive man-eating plant. No. No, I'm sorry, no. No. Take that one back to formula, please, and try again. A little less hair this time. A little less scaling on the back of the damn head. I mean, Godzilla doesn't have massively huge scales on the back of the head. I mean, you have like the little spikes that come up, but these things are like massively pointing out as they keep going down. Like, no, that's not right either. And you're looking at this like, okay, I would honestly take a look at the original Godzilla design and the evolutions that it's made and pick something like a mismatch. Take this from here, this from here, this from here, and combine them together for your idea. This is disturbing in many freaking ways. That's just wrong. But, oh god, no. The characters, like I said, look fine for the most part, but no. Oh my god, no. No, 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 no. No. Yeah, no. No. Not, not happening. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said, you have the thing. But, I mean, you could easily go back in. There's an article here in Otaku USA back in October of 2018. I'm almost sure it's 2018. It could be 2016. I don't know. No, I think that is an 8. Yeah, it should be an 8. When Godzilla was recognized by NASA as a constellation. And you can see that Godzilla is not completely hairy. That the spikes do not go up to the top of the head. That thing looks like a freaking dinosaur. Like a pissed off T-Rex. No. I mean, you made it look like a megalodon. No. It's not what Godzilla looks like. That was a mistake the 1999 or 1998 movie made. Don't make that same mistake. No, Godzilla does not need to look like that. Please. I mean, this is making me live for the days when the decent animated series were on, like Cartoon Network and Fox. Don't make me want those back. Please, I hated those. Even as a kid. Okay, all right. Well, as a kid, I thought they were kind of cool. At least the Cartoon Network one was. But then when I started actually getting into the Godzilla movies, I'm like, yeah, that was kind of stupid. I mean, he basically became that little family's wrecking ball. Every time something stood in their way, I'll call Godzilla. And they just push the button and Godzilla comes to their beck and call. What power does that button have over Godzilla? Why doesn't he just smash their boat with his tail and call it a goddamn day? That's what I would have fucking done. But please, oh my god, take that Godzilla back to formula. You don't fuck up a freaking franchise with Godzilla. You're basically trying to pull what the 1998 movie did and what the Bryan Cranston movie did, and both of those screwed Godzilla to the wall. Please, Godzilla has suffered enough, okay? You know, Godzilla is one of those monsters that you can only stick the screwdriver up its ass so many times before it's going to turn around and neutron blast your ass. There's nothing, it's not going to take it anymore. Please, just take it back to formula, try again. I, a fan of Godzilla, am begging you to take it back to formula and try again. Please. Just, please. Alrighty, everybody, and that's going to do it then this week for the Absolutely Completely Random podcast. Yeah. Don't really know what else to say here. Well, hope you all have a nice week, I guess. But yeah, I know it's been a long week for me. I don't really know. Like I said, I don't know what the future's going to hold here for the channel or anything else, but I should be here next week. Because funeral, like I said, Saturday, next Saturday, well, actually, it'll be this coming Saturday when this is put out. So, but yeah, so you know, keep your eyes peeled. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, thumbs down button if you didn't. Subscribe, comments, good for the YouTube algorithm. If you want to know when new videos come out, hit the bell notification icon, set it to all, so that when new videos drop, you're made aware of them. I know you're subscribed. You know you're subscribed. We all know you'll be subscribed unless you have your subscriptions kept private like I do, because I don't want everybody to know who I'm subscribed to, because there are some YouTubers out there that I value them as a YouTuber, and I'm afraid if they get too popular, they're going to change their ways too much, and I like them just the way they are. But, yeah, there is that. So, yeah. But either way, everybody, though, this has been a wonderful episode of the podcast. Thank you all so much for being here this week. And until next week, I'm Andrew Rhodes from the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel saying bye-bye, see you later, and have a nice week. Bye, everybody, and I'll catch you next week.